Hi, and welcome to part 1 of our discussion on goal setting, where we'll talk about how to define your goals. Any task can look big and daunting. That's why it's important to break them down and define what you have to do at each step. There are 6 steps to achieving a goal. Assess your current situation, define the goal, plan the required steps to reach the goal, implement the plan, assess the progress of your plan, and continually review your requirements. Step 1. Assess your current situation. When deciding where we're going, it's important to first consider where we are. Assessing yourself and your current situation to understand your starting point from which you'll reach your goal. This will help you to assess your progress later on. When assessing yourself, list all the things you think are important. This might include your financial situation, your health, your employment status, your education and skills, your work performance, relationships with family or friends, or your current self-confidence. Step 2. Define the goal. When defining your goal, think about what you're trying to achieve or what kind of outcome you want. Goals can be work-related or something you wish to improve in your personal life. To help visualize these things, pretend you're in the future. What's your life like? Where are you, and what are you doing? When you begin listing your goals, make sure they follow the SMART method. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. A specific goal can be described using who, what, where, and why. This means you can describe what you want to change and what you expect the outcome to be. For example, I want to get a job in retail so I can be financially independent. A measurable goal has criteria that you can use to check the progress of your outcome. For example, the previous goal of getting a job so you can be independent could be measured by attending interviews, getting a job, saving money, and finding a place to rent. An attainable goal is something that can be achieved given your current constraints. A constraint is anything that places a limit on you. This might be a lack of money, missing required skills, a lack of experience, having a bad attitude, or not having the ability to do something. For example, if I had a goal of becoming a track and field athlete, that wouldn't be attainable, because due to my legs, I can't run. A relevant goal is something that's worthwhile doing and will bring progress or improvement. Applying for a job that you don't have the skills to do is not relevant, but completing a course to learn the skills for the job is relevant. Finally, a time-based goal has a set completion date, whether it's a week or a month. By giving a goal a deadline, it'll help you to prioritize its completion against everything else that's happening in your life. So now that you've set yourself some goals, it's time to write yourself a letter from the future. You can use this letter later on to assess if everything's turned out the way you thought it would. Write about your efforts to achieve your goal, the things that you're doing now, or anything else that you think may have changed at that point. So that's it for part 1 of goal setting. In part 2, we'll talk about how to create a plan to follow to achieve your goals. As always, if you want any of the information talked about in this video, check out the article on Let's Get Working, which contains everything we've discussed. Until next time, have a good day.